Every day I wake up, I start myself a stream. We're coffee and grinding on HermitCraft 9. No, not 19. That didn't quite rhyme, but I guess that's okay. It doesn't have to scan either. Who cares about the meter anyway? I guess this song is made up. Let's play some HermitCraft. I guess this song was made up. Let's make something else up too. Why did Windows just minimize every window that I had open? That was really unhelpful also. There's some sort of mouse gesture, and I'm not sure what it is, but there's some sort of mouse gesture that I've accidentally triggered like twice a week for the last month that just minimizes all the windows. I'm not leaning on the keyboard. There's just something that the mouse does, and then everything goes whoop. And I think it has something to do with the mouse being near the edge of the screen. I haven't narrowed it down, but if I had the self-control to not accidentally click the mouse, I'd be able to use Adobe Premiere. And I'd also already have had my coffee, so which I haven't yet. So we are doing the Good Morning Coffee stream. Good morning, Science Legos, Mooney Macy, Wyvern's Flight, Brian Mackle, Andrew Webb. Click on the title bar of your active window, hold your mouse button, then give your mouse a little shake left and right. Everything else disappears. That's probably what it is, Andrew Webb. Or Control D. Oh, it might be. Maybe I'm rolling across Control D, because that's where my hand naturally rests. I didn't think I was pressing it, but I'm looking at where my, the flat of my hand naturally rests on top of the control button. And my index finger naturally rests on the D. Somebody says it's Windows D. That's still, right next to the control button. Yeah, that might be it. It's been driving me crazy. Kindleless MC says, "Good morning, Joe. I thought it was Wednesday, and I was kind of surprised to see Minecraft." Or not kind of surprised. Maybe just surprised. Maybe I'm too tired to not add random words. But the coffee has had its 3 minutes to steep, so let's go ahead and pour it. Also, are the birds out today? Let's turn up the outdoor mic. It's technically indoors, but it's pointed out the window. The out window mic. There we go. Okay. Let's get some grinding in on the HermitCraft stream. Also, real quick, make sure that this is muted. Okay, so I'm gonna put this over here. I'm trying some different things with where my windows are. Dang it, one thing that I need is I also need to link that tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Okay, cool. We'll let the coffee cool for a minute. Leave that window down there. Can we turn that down to 360p? Because I don't need the whole. Okay. Yeah, there is something definitely wrong with my Google Chrome. It just hates rendering Twitch streams on this computer, and I don't know why. I was going to try and stream snipe Pearl, but the computer does not want to do that, so that's fine. We're closing it. Okay. Am I out of range? I am out of range of the beacon. Oh, that's why. That's why. We were going to do this side first and then move the beacon. I had forgotten. Okay. I'm almost caught up to where I was last night. Hold on. Constantinople says, "I love these streams. So cool to watch while studying. So chill. So perfect to watch while studying. Glad to help." Hey, Asteri. Hope you had a good time at your friend's house. Okay, see, that's an example of a block we want to cover. The stream title says one thing, but she's not in her tunnel now. I wanted to see if I could listen in if she was picking up the trash today. I know technically Friday's trash day, but she skipped last Friday, so if she was playing catch-up. I guess I could technically just have this open on the other computer, which doesn't suck at running Twitch. I don't know why this desktop struggles to run Twitch. It's the stupidest thing. Twitch.tv. /directory/following. Okay. Well, it looks like Pearl is actually in the base tunnel now, so probably actually going to do that, but I've got it open just in case. Welcome, Pug the Master. Glad you could join us. What I should do, so Alexis says just dump trash near her and fly off. What I should do is just build a dumpster behind her while she's not looking, and then put trash in there. Just go to the soup group tunnel. But wait, why is Pearl building a new tunnel? Isn't the soup group tunnel already basically done? Why does Pearl have a separate base away from the stew crew now? Is that the plan? Oops. There's a tunnel in her actual base. Oh, so it's not the nether tunnel, it's her base tunnel. Gotcha. That makes way more sense. Let's consolidate these. Hey, we got our first tip of the stream rolling in from Simon, who says, thanks for the morning streams. Well, Simon, thanks for supporting the arts and my show in particular. That gets us 10 away from our next face camera expansion milestone. Appreciate you, Simon. Once again, $10 away from our first face camera expansion. Okay, her tunnel is where her storage is. Oh, yeah, she might need more storage. For no particular reason. Other than the fact that I've given her an entire undersea dig's worth of blocks. Okay, here we go. We've got the birch logs we need to dig this out and place these blocks. Oh, we're actually gonna need to go get more ender chests, aren't we? Dang it, I didn't think of that. Yeah, we needed to go diamond mining this morning to get ender chest, or not ender chest, shulker boxes for the remaining blocks we need to bring to Pearl. I hadn't factored that in. I'm still kind of waking up because the coffee is still cooling, but don't worry, we'll be up to speed shortly. And more blocks. Yeah, it's a little warmer today, so the birds are happier. I think yesterday was a little bit too chill for them. Okay, so we need to move the beacon over to this point anyway, is basically what I'm seeing. So that means we should go mine out the backside of this same thing here. And then we can move the beacon. But we are still accumulating blocks, which means we still need to get diamonds to go buy more. Pug the Master says, does a vertical section serve a purpose in a real pinball machine? There's actually a lot more vertical cross beams in a real pinball machine than we have installed so far. We haven't... And there's also, like, horizontal ones. Like, or... I mean, technically, there's studs lining the bottom of this, of different heights. And they're largely to reinforce the machine because they get slammed around a lot, right? So you wouldn't want, like, just to have a rectangle with a bottom. Because if you think about, like, your IKEA bookshelf type thing, before you put, like, before you put the shelves in to reinforce it, when you're building it from a flat pack. You need to have... So we actually don't even have all of these in yet. I just put that one in for reference early on. Because I needed something that was above the water level to land on. And because you got to keep in mind, the water basically used to go up to here, right? So I built this one just so I would have an island in the middle of the water-filled machine. But the long-term plan here is to get all of them in. Okay. So, morning, Nepeta. Okay. So let's see, where are we at? We've got to, oh yeah, we need to remove the stone on this side before we can move the beacon. So let's land here. No, let's empty our inventory. Yeah, okay. Oh, we are so far out of shulkers. This is like a whole problem. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go grab some fireproof potions and some better pickaxes. Efficiency 5, fortune 3, efficiency 5. Okay. And we're gonna head underground real quick. I was also thinking maybe of grabbing... Oh yeah, we need to bring torches when we do this. Because torches are helpful in digging in tunnels. I did leave some shulkers in the mine, but just enough for mining. Not enough for buying all the shulkers we need. Ooh, Pearl's flying somewhere. Oh no, I forgot I closed this off. Also, I need to turn that on so mobs stop spawning. Ooh, is Pearl going to Scarland?
Just in case.
I think Pearl's going to Scarland.
I've been told about Etho's monster. We were talking in Limited Life, and it was idly mentioned about Etho's monster. So it is in my brain. Don't you worry about that.
Okay, she's jumping around Scarland.
No spoilers? Okay, fantastic. Okay, that helps.
She's jumping around Scarland. Does she go into the dumpster?
Which side was the bin? On this side?
Okay, she's going to the bin.
Oh my gosh. 56 litre. Wait, is this Scar or is this Joe? I don't know anymore.
Is this Scar or is this Joe? I don't know anymore, she's saying.
Why is it 56 litres of garbage? I feel like this is Scar, but it could be Joe as well, because Joe also did the dump in here with these. Oh my. You know, they are filled. It's legitimately full this time. There is 2 bunches of double chests full of junk. Alright, oh boy. Now that limited life is like, well, I've still got to do editing and everything, but like, I have a lot of things to get back to on HermitCraft. I've got a lot of this to do with. I have to do stuff in my shop. I have a tunnel in the nether to do for the shopping district. I've been meaning to do that ever since I built my...
Did Pearl's stream just crash? What happened there?
Decked out stuff, pranks. I have so much things to do. But that's good, because it means I'm not stuck for like what on earth I'm going to do on a HermitCraft episode, so it's good. Because there's building, and I always like to do things on the side, so this is good.
Okay, so Pearl's going to come back to it. Great. Stream sniping. Yay. Yeah. We're going to not claim credit at the moment. But, okay. Let's see. I think I left some swiftness potions in here, too, that I could use to run through faster. No, I didn't. I used them all already. Dang it. Night vision, water breathing. Ooh, swiftness. That's only one of them, but... yeah, we'll take it. Okay. These new colors are throwing me off. Okay. I don't have a lot of food. That's less than ideal. Well, hopefully it's fine. Okay, so... let's see, we haven't mined very far this way. So, let's maybe try just mining from here, right? Oh, there's a beacon that we went past, but we're not there anymore. Okay. Let's get some torches in here as well. Welcome, Robin Ghoul. How's it going, ZB? I'm doing well. I'm just trying to grab some diamonds. If I can get a block of diamonds, I can buy another 8 shulkers. Which, as I'm saying, that is definitely not enough. I think we might need 2 blocks of diamonds today. Also, now that Pearl has seen all of the extra garbage bags around Scar's thing, I kind of think it would be funny to go back there and, like, double down on the number there. So, because there were, like, 6 or 8 lying around outside the dumpster. But maybe going back with 15 or something. Well, the clever thing about Impulse's shop is that it only dispenses the shulkers if you put in a diamond block. It's got some sort of sorting mechanism, so it's not like I can just go sneak over there and grab a bunch and then be like, oh, I'll leave an IOU. Could just add chests instead of shulkers. The thing is, though, the shulkers are funnier. Because you can color and name them. Whereas with chests, you can only name them. Take the ones from the shopping district and pile them up. Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea. Because she doesn't know those are there. But you can't dye chests, though, Gracewinder. You can dye the shulker boxes. It would be funny if you could rename ender chests, but when you did, it renamed the label in the upper left of all ender chests, so you could use it as a remote asynchronous messaging system. Because that's how my mind works. It would be like the original wall on Facebook, where it's like one person names an ender chest, and then all the people's ender chest names change, and then they'd name it something like, Susie says, does anybody have any extra Lincolnberries? And, you know, then it's like, John sees that 3 days later. It's like, I'm John, and I have Lincolnberries at spawn. Oh boy, waking up and having my coffee. Let's place the torches. Yeah, we seem to have found some diamonds that I presumably already stumbled into some gravel. No, maybe this is just a gravel pit, actually. Okay. I was gonna say, it would be weird to have found diamonds like that. I do not think I've sold thousands of axolotls at my shop. Welcome, Nomadic Nova. Glad you could join us today. Okay, so that's definitely... Oops. How are we doing on storage? We're doing okay. I've already taken the diamonds out of the shop loan courier. Thank you, though. Morning Knights of the Bedrock. Glad you could join us. We're just playing some HermitCraft on the Minecraft server. Yeah, that's Fire Potion. They changed the texture, Gabriel. Not a honey bottle. Which I guess I could carry for saturation if I got hungry, but not too helpful otherwise. Oh, boy. I feel like usually when I get about this far, I start hitting like a lava vein. But instead I hit a diamond vein. Woo! Any other diamonds hiding diagonally here? Well, that was 10 diamonds, so that's one block of diamond that I can make. And get a, Of course, when I diagonally cut across here, I missed the diamonds by like 3 blocks. That's funny, because I guess what probably happened was I was probably coming back from something. I think we're about to hit the lava river that's over this far. Oh, I think this was all lava. And oh, wait, that's right. This is the lava river that I used to melt all my glass. This lava river is gone. We can actually keep going now. There might be other lava pools over here, though. Hey, there's more diamonds. Awesome, awesome. 14. Okay, that's almost 2 blocks. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and chug this fireproof potion now. And then going to kind of block that in there. Okay, so if we do need to come back here for more lava, we'll still have access to that, but... yeah, we have claimed a lot of lava in this process. We needed a lot of lava. Yep, okay. So, 14 diamonds, not a bad haul on the whole. So it looks like I went around here. Okay, what if we go over 2? Nope, we're still back in there. Okay. Can we bypass that is kind of what I'm looking at here. Welcome, Bog. Enjoy your lunch break. I'm just having my morning coffee here with my microphone pointed out the window to capture the bird songs. Making sure we didn't miss any on the floor. Cool, cool, cool. Nomadic Nova says, ah, that's why that we can hear the birds so clearly. Yep. So every Thursday, my sister Quinn comes into the studio and plays guitar. And so I've got a second microphone on a second boom arm. And in the mornings when Quinn is not here and the weather's nice, I open up the window and I move the boom arm so it's capturing the sounds of nature. I can also hear a little bit of road noise because we do live in the city here in Nashville. But I've got the equalizer dropping out the low end. So you don't hear as many trucks and you hear more birds. I can definitely hear the occasional motorcycle. I'm not sure. Those are probably getting passed through to y'all more than the trucks are, because of the higher pitched tones. Okay. We're running not great. I should probably be eating some... Well, no. Let's see. In terms of consolidating things, if we toss 16 of these, I was gonna pick us up some more blocks. And then we can pick up the torches on the way back if we have partially diminished this stack. Yeah, that'll make sense. Here in lava. Will crafting the redstone dust help? Not without a crafting bench, which I didn't bring with me. Are we on time there? 2 minutes, 54 seconds. Yep, so there's that other tunnel. Okay. I do hate to let this gravel go to waste. We have plenty of redstone, so I'll toss those for now. Yeah, we might be at the turning around point. Just because we're wasting... Did it do some sort of weird graphical glitch there? I don't know. Maybe not. I want to hit at least like one more pocket of diamonds if we can, but we're definitely wasting a lot of blocks here. Hey, there's another chunk of diamonds. Did we get the 18 we wanted? We did. Woo. Okay, yeah. So I think that this is now the turnaround point. Looking, don't see any extra stuff. Okay, so with that in mind, here we go. We're going to chug this speed potion, which does free up an extra slot to pick things up as we leave. Woo. Oh, actually, wait. I wanted that gold. Trading to Impulse. Impulse always needs gold for his iBuy. Okay. And away we go. Morning, Toxic Tom. Okay. Yeah, I don't like having the windows open at night. Because, like... with the lights and stuff in the studio, it's I'd rather have like the blinds closed and stuff. The studio is pretty bright in order to keep it lit properly for the green screen, but during the day it doesn't, you know, matter as much. No, I never really got into League of Legends. Like MOBAs in general. Everybody's like, no, Joe, these are games for people who can devote 45 minutes to something and not have to go help a child. Welcome, Eric MTG Cast. Glad you could join us. Today's the launch day of Minecraft Legends. Oh, no, I don't have anything planned. I talked to Jem about maybe trying to do a 4v4 at some point, but like, I don't know. I got a lot going on as it is right now. So like, not today. Welcome, Andrew. Glad you could join us. Okay, so let's see. Let's go put the deep slate up in the deep slate storage. There's a squirrel like right outside my window climbing on a branch. This is the second stream day he's done this. I think he actually just comes to watch the stream. He's like, I heard the noise. I don't think he smells food because I don't have food. I've just got the coffee, but he's close enough that like if he wanted to, he could jump into the screen and probably pop it, which I would prefer he not do. My brain is like, I can definitely tell I'm still waking up. Okay, boom, 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 ba-doom. Boom, 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 ba-doom. Morning, Stacy. Okay. So we can put our torches back away. Back away slowly. Okay. We can make, let's see. So we've got 21 diamonds total, so that's enough to make 2 diamond blocks, and then we got 3 left over. So it's more leftover diamonds than we used to have. Oh, we've got some extra pork chops here. Let's put the surplus away. Let's make some gold blocks with these and some redstone blocks with these. Raw gold could go into more gold blocks. Okay. Boy, this is a lot of copper. I feel like I should probably take some of this stuff and consolidate it at some point. But okay. Ow. Do 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 do. Bum 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 hero. Yeah, because I think Impulse's plan is to replace all of this gold trim here. All this yellow trim is going to be gold when he's got enough gold blocks. He's already started, like, up around here. He's got some honey mixed in with some actual gold. Yeah, the face camera gets bigger every time we hit a tipping milestone, Nomadic Nova. We are currently $10 away from the next face camera expansion milestone. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. Yep. Boom, 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 boom. Yep, I'm in slot 9, putting the hot in the hot bar. Sometimes it's easier to see if I put the green screen behind me. Woo! Okay. So, now that's 18 shulker boxes. Where are the shulkers? So anyway, Impulse needs a ton of raw gold to finish this build. So I'm always collecting that when I can for him. Let's go find where we can rest. Knights of the Bedrock tips 10 and has a little #1 fan emoji. Thank you very much, Knights of the Bedrock. And good luck with all of your ventilation endeavors. That puts us 20 away for the next face camera expansion after this one, because I'm about to say, well, I am. Hold on. Howdy, y'all. Grow Hills here, expanding as I always do in Nashville, Tennessee. Dee-da-dee-da-dee. Dee-da-dee-da-dee. Alrighty, so now I'm down here in the lower left. This chair is like... It's way more comfortable than my old chair, but it's a lot harder to maneuver. Okay. So, thank you very much again to Knights of the Bedrock for supporting the arts and my show in particular. Okay. So here we go. 16 shulker shells, 16 shulker shells, 32 shulker shells. Now we just need 16 chests. Dun dun dun. Okay, great, we got those. Now we are up to 18 chests. Now we need 18 black dye. We've only got 16. That's okay. So we can just kind of swap these out here. Isuma, join the game. Welcome back, Isuma. Knights of Bedrock says, doing my part to make sure everyone has a great day. Well, I appreciate it. I am happy and proud to be able to make stuff for folks to enjoy for free on the internet. And folks like Knights of the Bedrock who tip are helping me allow this show to be out there for everyone to enjoy, not only financially free, but also guilt-free. If you're not at a point in your life where you can afford to or justify tipping or supporting the arts, that's okay. That's okay. Everybody here is at different points in their life. Hopefully you'll get there in the next few years and find somewhere that you can tip and support the arts, even if it's not here. Let's see, so this is a 208-liter trash bag. Here we go. Uh-oh, I don't have enough levels. Okay, so now we're getting into where... Remember when I was like, maybe I should break some of these coal ores or something? Then we can burn it to determine the caloric content. But, okay. Nomadic Nova says, I love the Asuma song. Oh, Asuma Be Void? I'm really proud of that one. That one we actually had performed by, oh, gosh. I'm blanking on his name. I keep wanting to say Manatee Gag, and it is not Manatee Gag, because that's NJ's husband. Oh, my brain is buffering. Oh man, this is gonna kill me. It's like a manatee, but it's not. It's manta derail. I was like, it's from the ocean, but it's not a manatee. It's manta. Yeah, manta derail. Starts with an M. Starts with man. Okay, manta derail performed this. I wrote the lyrics. It was a parody of Johnny Be Good. We wrote during the Civil War.
Deep down inside the ceiling, close to Mountain Kings, just like 1984 when I have to tell the screens. Big brother watched a builder with a silky voice, who played on HermitCraft names who would be void, who never ever learned to show his face so well, but he could play guitar just like a brilliant man. Well, go, 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 Suma, go, 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 Suma, go, go, go to your grave, go, go, Suma, go, go, Suma be void.
But yeah. That was for the HermitCraft Civil War. Cleo and I kind of came up with the concept for that song. But yeah. And then I had Manta DeRay record it. Then, meanwhile, we just got a tip rolling in from Shifty Pumpkin for 15, who says, "Good day, Joe." So let's go ahead then and get that on our abacus here. Can I use my nose to do this? I can. Ooh, there's 10 going across, and there's... This way I don't have to let go of the mouse over there. Boom, 15. That puts us 5 away from the next face camera expansion milestone. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/Joe Hills and YouTube Super Chat. Okay, did we get any levels from that, or did we just fix our elytra? We didn't even fix our elytra from that. Okay, hold on. Really? Okay, that's a little disappointing. I thought there would be levels in the coal. Oh, you know what we should have done is we should have done it within range of the beacon. I was also standing apparently like 5 feet away from a beacon. Okay, so let's go closer to the beacon. I probably did also fix the pick some, which I mean we needed to fix. Well, we also do need to consolidate this coal down anyway. So like, I mean, we're accomplishing goals, coal goals here, regardless, but... Yeah. Nomadic Nova says, it's an entire real song. I thought you just did a little one-off jingle. No, it's like deep down in southeast England, next to Milton Keynes. It's like 1984 without the telescreens. I don't have the... Do I have the lyrics? So if I search my phone for in my notes app for Asuma, there will be a million things. But I think telescreen is a word that only shows up. Yep, here it is. Deep down in southeast England, close to Milton Keynes, just like 1984 without the telescreens. Big brother watched a builder with a silky voice, who played on HermitCraft named Suma Be Void, who never ever learned to show his face so well, but he could play a guitar just like a Britland man. Well, go, 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 Suma, go, go. Yeah, you get the concept. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's a spammer, so we're gonna just ban that person. Yeah, if you show up, spam 4 messages and one of them is welcome to my channel, that implies you want people to go to your channel. That sounds like a spam account. Just banish the spammers to the Shadow Realm. Also, let's get our box out here to put the surplus coal in for the time being. Elytra is fully repaired and Pick is nearly repaired. And now there's a slime to go kill for levels 2. Oh boy. If that's a long crew starting up, I might have to close the window. Okay. So we managed to get 3 levels out of all of the coal. So, welcome Zero Delta Karma. Glad you could join us. Okay. Let's see here. I think the raw lapis ore might have some experience levels in it too. So we'll go ahead and get those. We're just currently breaking down some of the materials that we've been collecting for easier storage. We are inside my colossal scale pinball machine, which I've been digging out for quite a while. I've also got the window open so we can hear birds. Okay, cool. So let's go rename some of these. Well, first let's consolidate this down. Cool. Didn't leave any other stray materials there. We can put the surplus boxes back here. And consolidate these into how many blocks of coal? 64 and 4. Great. Okay, so we're freeing up a lot of space in here. You'll love to see it. Yeah, let's see. That's blackstone, not coal, whereas these are actual... Oops. That's actually more coal. We can consolidate down. Great. Okay, so 2.5 stacks of coal blocks. Those will come in handy for certain things. Morning, Gritmonger. Hope you're doing well. We're just in the process of naming and whatnot a whole bunch of chests. So some of these are already named. Some of these are not. Nope, that's the PayPal link, which is helpful to copy and paste sometimes, but not right now in this context. We're going to call this 208-liter trash bag. Because we need to empty some more trash bags. Okay. For Pearlescent Moon. Or fill some more trash bags for Pearlescent Moon, I guess. As we're doing our digging around here. That one's already named. That one's not. And I'm out of levels again. Really? Come on. Okay. So with that in mind, we're going to put the ones that we haven't named into here for later. I'm going to keep those in reserve. The ones we have named we'll place over here to fill up with blocks and stuff. Andre says, I'm quite excited about building the components of the pinball machine. Emptying the cabinet was a huge task. Yeah, I really underestimated how long digging all this out would take. I didn't... Like, I knew this would be a big job. But, like... And I didn't really... I didn't have a set estimate for the hours. But I was like... Oh yeah, you know, I'll be done with the dig probably, I don't know, maybe around December. Maybe January at the latest. So it's like I was only off by like 3 or 4 months. Oh. But we had a few other things happen on HermitCraft that ate a bunch of time. Like, I wasn't anticipating the card game being as big a deal as it was. Like, I was really worried that with Beef's card game, I knew, because I like game design stuff, I was like, oh, this card game is amazing. But I was really worried that, like, nobody else would want to play it with me. I was like, the biggest challenge we're going to have here is convincing the other hermits to play this. That was not the biggest challenge at all. Yay, which is fantastic. But, yeah, I really didn't understand. Also, there was a bunch of stuff around the holidays where I didn't have as much time to play as I thought I was going to. Would TNT have helped faster? Maybe, but from what I've run into with TNT for, like, large-scale excavations, like, short of actually building a proper world eater, you don't save as much time as... Like, I've done some large-scale TNT excavations on HermitCraft before, and I found I spend more time, like, the amount of time I spend digging all the shafts and putting the TNT in and then fixing the overblast, and yeah, it ends up eating a lot more time than... Or the other thing is, it's time that requires also more intense attention. So, like, I can do this stuff when I'm half brain dead, when I'm exhausted. I do have a lot of stuff in my junk boxes. I'm probably going to empty into some of those trash bags as well. You're not wrong. But I actually, I want to mine this out so I can get the wood in, too. And the haste is about to let up, so there it is. Yep. Nomadic Nova says, I'm so thrilled that the card game is being made into physical cards. I'm hoping the paychecks align in the coming weeks so I can snag a box. Yeah, so the way it works is, like, when you see on the website it says, like, limited availability. That means, like, limited availability after the pre-order. So for the 30 days of the pre-order, like, it's, like there's no real cap on how many cards we can sell in the pre-order. It's just that once the pre-order is complete, like, we are not going to be able to produce extras, really, if that makes any sense. Yeah, the pre-order is open. Gritmonger. I can post a link. I do have to mention, from a Federal Trade Commission standpoint, that I do have a financial stake in this. I get a small royalty for the cards that are sold, but this does not constitute a sponsored stream because I helped work on the project, and this is kind of like if you're the co-author of a book that you mentioned during your stream. You don't have to be like, sponsored, #ad because of this book. It's only if you're selling something you didn't work on that you have to do that. So, yeah, I know that's kind of a weird edge case thing, but, yeah. But, yeah. Manatee Gag says, with regards to how people make foil cards, they not only have to print it on a different paper, but they also have to do an undercoat of white to make the colors pop more. Oh, that's interesting. That's cool, Mantigag. Yeah, I knew the foil cards had some sort of more intense production process. Mantigag says, source, my friend who oversees production of one of the games for WizKids. Neat. Yeah, I knew the foil cards had a more intense production process, but I didn't know exactly how that worked. Okay, so we can pull these out to put into here. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, so these ones we actually want to put back in the... Oh, this is where all the bone meal ended up anyway. Oh, because I was trying to do the moss spread. Okay, that's why. I was like, what was up with this? Okay, that makes sense. Morning Scheist. Glad you could join us. Alex says cleanup stream? Kind of. I mean, these are all cleanup streams at this point. We're trying to just clean up the surrounding bits here. Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm definitely still waking up today, but we're getting things done regardless. That's what's important. Okay. Yeah, we definitely want to take these with us. Take those. And leave some of the other stuff there. Grab these. Let's keep all... We don't want to keep those. Okay. Is that weed whacker too loud? Somebody's weed whacking outside. I might need to close the window. Or at least turn down the... Yeah, I'll just turn down for right now. We can turn up the bird, like the birds aren't going to be chirping right now anyway. They don't like the weed whacker, so. Oh, I forgot to get the planks while I was up here. Planks. So long and planks for all the fish. Cole Opalaticus says, does anyone know why plaid exists? Oh, well, so in the movie Spaceballs, they wanted a joke about something being faster than hyperspeed. And so then the Tesla folks thought it would be funny if they had the ability to have plaid as an option for transmission modes. And you're right, it does mostly cause suffering because, like, unless you're like out on like a private track where you can really let loose, like, you don't want your car to accelerate that fast. That's not gonna go well. But, like, you know, for the people who have access to a private track, that's It's not suffering for them, it's delight. Okay, there's the back side of that. Shist says, we're going to ask if you changed something because your streams have been blurry on my PS4 for the last week or so, but it's clear on my iPad. I have not changed anything, but honestly, the PlayStation 4 Twitch app might have had an update where it defaults to lower data rates or something. That I don't think that's on my end at all. Sorry, though. Okay, so let's just get back roughly within range of the beacon here. So we need to go 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's too low, isn't it? Let's get back within beacon range. Okay, how's this gonna work here? Like that, I guess, yeah. Hey, Irene Larson, glad you're enjoying the show. Thank you for the kind words, and I hope you have a fantastic day, too. Hey, welcome, Silent Raiders. Ryan says the plywood's too pristine. It needs more knots. Well, don't worry. Once we start... this thing is going to be a mess once we start putting stuff, attaching stuff to the walls and whatnot. Right now, it's like we're stretching a canvas over a frame, and it looks like, it's like, wow, what's the point of that big empty space? Don't worry. We'll get there. Okay. Emmett says, really appreciating the bird sounds this morning. We got 3 inches of snow in northern Michigan yesterday. Spring will reach us eventually. Well, yeah, hopefully, Emmett, it does arrive soon. Yep, late April snow in Michigan. I'm sure it's not anything you're not prepared for. We actually have the meteorological folks here in Tennessee are actually warning people with gardens. They're like, don't plant your stuff yet. We've got one more frost. We probably aren't going to have any snow, but they're expecting one more hard freeze this weekend. And then that'll be the last before spring is really here. But, yeah. And then eventually summer. Woo! Lots of blocks. How close is the spawner area to the bottom of the pinball machine? The spawner area is in that corner there. That's actually the glass of the skeleton spawner. Okay. Why are these in here and not consolidated into this one with the good fancy stuff? It's so weird. Okay. Let's consolidate or deconsolidate some of these birch logs into planks. Waterfall says this is kind of mesmerizing to watch. Yep. Consider yourselves mesmered. Very varied block placement. Much birch in the ground. Okay, so if we try going up 3 blocks here, we're hitting that. Yeah, so that's not going to fly. So we're going to go back this way instead. So why... Oh, because it has... yeah, those take longer to break. Okay. Colopolaticus says, why is there a sudden drop in elevation in the middle of the pinball floor? I'm not sure what you mean. Like, it's a... like, the bottom... the floor is sloped the same the whole way. I'm working on a crossbeam right now. The crossbeams are for support, so when people nudge the machine, it doesn't, like, collapse. Right? So there's actually way more crossbeams than just this one. People have been asking me, like, Joe, why is there only one crossbeam? I've only built one. I built this one first, so I could have a place to land when I was flying around early on. Okay. So now that we've got our beacon powers back. Okay. Yeah, so the inside of a pinball machine, if you think about, like, if you've ever assembled, like, a bookshelf from Target or IKEA, when you put in just the tops and sides of the bookshelf, it's, like, not very sturdy, and then you have to put in the shelves and, like, a back as a crossbeam. So there's actually going to be another tall crossbeam about a third of the way from the back, and then there's going to be some other smaller crossbeams in the floor, also for stability, that don't go as high as this one. No, this bit of the floor isn't just higher than the rest. This is like a crossbeam. Morning Tango Tech. Dun 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 Tango Tech on HermitCraft. More likely than you might think. Do do do. Morning, Lavathor Gaming. Lavathor says the Galaxy side art looks amazing. Thank you. Or, well, I said I delivered that all like it was one line. But no, I was saying thank you. Oh my gosh, still waking up. We're about 75 minutes into our morning coffee stream. Lavathor says, all good, me too, just got to work an hour ago. Awesome. Okay. So we're going to move the beacon over to the side later, so that's not a huge problem. Ow. That block was not helpful there, I'll tell you that. Okay, well, we're going to fill those in. That's where the seafloor used to be. Still some pufferfish up there occasionally. And we got some gravel here that fell. Yeah, Lava Thor, we don't currently charge admission to the server. Of course, the only true currency is time, and if you wait until early 2024, you can have the world download of HermitCraft Season 9. How did those blocks get all the way out there? Lord Piecrust, tip in 11, says, "Morning, Joe. Hope you have a good morning." Thank you so much, Lord Piecrust. We were 5 away from our next face camera expansion milestone. Now we are 6 past. So here we go. It's time to expand Joe. Do. Hi. Suddenly we're getting a stronger breeze. The camera gets bigger, the wind picks up. That's not ominous in the least. Welcome, Frog. No such thing as being late to one of these. This is very chill. We're not doing anything important. I mean, arguably, the work to excavate and make this all one thing is important, in air quotes, but you're not missing, like... This is going to be a lot of hours just to get all the birch in, right? You're not, like, missing, like, oh boy, we're playing... the World Championship of Poker, and there's $50,000 on the line. I don't know how World Championship of Poker works. But, like, yeah. Oh, the water pushed the blocks out there, says Ivy. Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right, because there was that water. That's it. Yeah. Perfect. Mystery solved. Thank you, Ive. Okay, also, the way the light is coming through the window now, it is, like, reflecting directly into my eyes off of some stuff on the table. So I gotta move the coffee pot. And let's push that in a little bit. That's a little better. Okay. Yeah, sorry. Once I get sunlight reflecting directly into my eye, it's not ideal. Oh. It's like, why is my eye bothering me all of a sudden? Oh, the sunlight reflecting directly into it will do it. NJ Coffee Junkie says, blindness without a potion. Nature, man. Lol. One lonely slime on the floor of the cabinet. One lonely slime jumps around like a rabbit. One lonely slime. One lonely slime. I can't quite reach that high, can I? There we go. So, if you stop and you look, then you will find me. One lonely slime Da, 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 da. Ah, pufferfish waiting. One lonely slime. One lonely slime. La da dun 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 dun. Slime after slime. Uh-oh. What happened there? While I have shulkers in my possession, I'm planning on clearing out the smelter array. No, we don't need to clear out the smelter array yet. We're so far from being right. Like, we're just not. We're not there. Dang it. So actually, the way to do this is probably to go. Let's eat some pork chops. Yum, yum, yum. And then let's pop back here real quick and mine this out. Okay, and then there's more blocks to pick up back here. Welcome, Scott A. Evans. Glad you could join us. Okay, let's see if one of the other hermits is going to turn night into day. Otherwise, we need to fly up there real quick and possibly grab some more rockets in the process. Because we just wasted 2 of them. Coffee time. Oh, boy. Okay. So. Okay. We were going to grab rockets now. Burning out of fuel out there alone. Does anyone know when For All Mankind comes back, or Severance? I'm assuming after Ted Lasso. Oh boy, we're almost out of birch, too. Yeah, I'm really miss For All Mankind. Season 3 was really interesting. I mean, I really liked, in a lot of ways, like, Season 1 was kind of like, if you're a big fan of alternate history, Season 1 was the, like, near the divergence point for the timelines. And so it was, like, the most, quote-unquote, historically accurate before things started wildly escalating out of control. Hey, Kaname, glad you finished your 5 essays. That's way too many essays. We're talking about the show For All Mankind, which is an alternative history space show. Basically the premise is, what if during the Cold War, instead of the U.S. trying to bankrupt the Soviet Union by escalating the production of nuclear weapons, the Soviet Union tried to bankrupt the United States by escalating the space race. And it's basically the Soviets keep doing all this crazy stuff to try and troll Nixon into spending more money on space, and things get out of hand. Yep, we're inside the pinball machine right now. So actually at this point, now that we've used all the birch here, how much more digging do we actually have to do over here? Let's do this digging so we can move that beacon. Oh, come on. There's just like a tiny bit of extra stuff that we can't quite reach there, really? Oh, no, but without the birch, I can't patch where the water is. Okay. Okay. Okay, so let me think about this. I think we're going to have to go grab the axe and run to the birch fields. Where did I leave my axe? Am I that? Am I this? Do 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 do. Da 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 dee dee dum bum ba dum. Do 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 do. La da 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 da. Do 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 do. Wa ba da ba dee dee da. Bum 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 bum. La da da. Bum 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 ba da da. Bum ba da 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 da. Okay. I think really like my ideal live stream setup in the long term, like if I could, like if I owned my own like land, would be to like live stream from like a balcony with like a real roof over it so I don't have to worry about stuff getting wet, and like probably screened in, but not necessarily. But like a second or third story porch where like there's some houses in East Nashville where you can see the skyline in the background, and being able to do my nighttime show with the actual city skyline behind me would be like just so cool. I will never be able to afford a home like that. But like when doing these streams with like right now, I don't have the microphone out the window turned on because there's like somebody running a weed whacker. But like, I love having a sense of place when I'm broadcasting, because like, you know, a lot of people are like, I'm on the internet, I'm anonymous, you don't know who I am or whatever. But I'm like, I'm Joe Hills, I'm from Nashville, Tennessee. This is my actual name and where I actually am. I love the city and the sounds of the birds and I love that being part of the show. Like when I used to live near the hospital and there were ambulances and helicopters going by all the time, like back in my super hostel days. Like I felt like that added something you weren't necessarily, like it really, that's part of what living in that part of Nashville feels like. If you live like anywhere near the main routes to Vanderbilt Hospital, you're constantly hearing helicopters and ambulances and fire trucks, because the fire station is down by the Harris Teeter. Enspill says, you're so old. I am. I'm so old that I remember before the Berlin Wall fell. Barely. But I remember my dad watching it on TV and being like, what? So when I say like, the only thing I remember about the Berlin Wall before it fell was, like, watching people tear it down. Because it was, like, actively falling live on television. What am I working on? I'm collecting birch. Or do you mean, like, what am I working on? Like, I've got a desktop computer. It's kind of a mix and match thing. I've got processor and motherboard from, like, 2020, but, like, a graphics card from 2022. And, yeah. Welcome, Lakshmi13. Glad you could join us. We're currently playing on HermitCraft. What am I getting the birchwood for? Oh, I'm building a colossal scale pinball machine that rises up like Godzilla out of the sea, lumbering toward the HermitCraft shopping district. So, like, if I land here over, like, on the Gigalogs sign. That's not maybe the best place to show it from. Maybe one of these trees. Maybe not. Boom, stuck the landing. Options, video settings. Let's just turn that render distance up to, like, I don't know, 110 chunks. Nah, like 70. And then we'll just let that load in for a second. Okay, great. So you can see the pinball machine starting to load there behind the redstone shop. Takes a second to load up this many chunks in. Go, go, Godzilla. Yeah, here it is. The sun is setting, but the chunks are loading. So, like, Cubs Fireworks Tower and iBuy are both very tall. And that pinball machine is very far away, and it visually looks nearly as tall as both of them. Enspill says, does it work? I mean, it's not, like, it's not electromechanically functional. But anyway, yeah, it's 128 meters wide and 256 meters deep. It goes all the way to build height and plunges into the depths below the sea. So, as you can tell, it uses a lot of birch, is my point. This is what the birch is for. Is this colossal scale pinball machine. Which we can come around here real quick. And you can see the, I've got the artwork on the side here. Yeah, it's a bit of a lag spike because we had the render distance set to 70. But then we swing around. Woo, you can see the deep field. Looking pretty good. There's the shopping district in the distance. And also the goat thing and Scarland. Yeah, we should probably turn the view distance back down now that we've made our point. Something more reasonable like 33. Cleo's base looks so tiny. Yeah, it's not huge, I'll be honest. Cleo's base is out this way, and yeah. It's fine. It's no Castle Hohenzollern or anything. But yeah, no, Cleo was talking the other day at the meeting about, like, you know, if y'all want to prank my base or whatever, you can. Build whatever you want next to it. And it's like, Cleo, it's a lot easier for us to build stuff next to your base when your base isn't floating above the ocean. Like, I mean, I guess I could, like, put, like, a little hot dog stand down here. Like, I don't know. Here's, you want ketchup or mustard with your hot dog. But, like, I can't just build something next to Cleo's base unless it's, like, flying, like a helicopter or something. But anyway, yeah, so here's my pinball machine in the distance. Gwen Truman writes, hot dog stand is very funny, though. Yeah, it could be a flying... Werewolf Cast says, it's not a giant pinball machine. Yep, this is my mega base this season. It's 319 meters tall, 128 meters wide, and 256 meters deep. I'm still working on it. We are currently in the process of getting the birch in for the plywood for the cabinet itself. I've been working on this for quite some time. I could do a sightseeing boat with armor stand tourists. Yeah, I'm sure I could figure something out, but, like, in terms of low-hanging fruit, it would be on a tree too far from Cleo's Island to be seen. So, hello, bumblebees. We got a lot of bumblebees over here in our birch forest thing I'm growing. I'm accidentally making a lot of beehives. Yeah, maybe I could build one of those SpaceX barges with, like, a rocket booster landing on it next to her base or something. I don't know. Haven't figured it out. Oh, boy. So what you really want to do is you want to make something that annoys the other person, but that they admire enough that they can't justify tearing it down, right? So, like, if I built a giant, like, oh, really owl, or, like, an I Can Has Cheeseburger cat, Cleo would just be like, that's really obnoxious and it doesn't really fit visually within the theme of the base, so I'm gonna take it down, right? But if I built something like, well, I was gonna say a giant octopus, but Corellis has already done that at spawn, right? But if I built something that thematically kind of fits with the base, but is still obnoxious, that's kind of the optimal thing. You know, airship docking at the building. Yeah, if I wanted to do, like, a Fringe reference. Oh, man, I miss Fringe. Rest in peace, Lance Reddick. He's so good in it. But yeah, like in Fringe, how they've got all the airships that dock with, like, the Empire State Building and stuff. Because the Empire State Building was originally intended to have an airship dock. That was one of the points of making it so tall. And so people could commute who worked on the upper floors. You could just commute in from the suburbs. Not even have to take an elevator up from the street, right? That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, Lance Reddick was such an incredibly talented actor, and he worked on projects that had so much different appeal across communities. Like, he was involved with Destiny, which, obviously some folks who play video games have heard of. He was one of the main characters in HBO's show The Wire, which was where I first saw him. He was great in Fringe, where even though, like, in both Fringe and The Wire, he played like somebody who worked in kind of law enforcement roles. Like, Fringe is like a weird alternate history sci-fi show, whereas The Wire is like a serious drama about like the drug trade in Baltimore. And Destiny is just is like totally different. What if I had a giant Darla from Finding Nemo peering down into Cleo's base like it was a fish tank? See, that's pretty good, Pixelly. That's pretty good. He was also a voice actor in Horizon Zero Dawn. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I haven't played that either. Make a Stargate with a puddle jumper. Yeah, that'd be cool. Oh, sorry. Incredible Mike says, currently researching The Wire. And I was like, ooh, well, let me tell you about The Wire. You should watch The Wire. Here's why it's great. And then you're like, rewatching, not researching. And I'm like, oh, okay. Never mind. You're already where I wanted you to be then. Never mind. False alarm, everybody. We don't need to excitedly talk about The Wire for 20 minutes. Incredible Mike has already seen it. Oh, man, I love The Wire so much. It's like one of my favorite shows ever. Gosh. Yeah, I don't know if there's any locations from The Wire that would be really... I think, like, I don't know if there's any locations from The Wire that would be really iconic to build in HermitCraft. Because, like, I mean, so much of it is about the people more than the buildings. You know what I mean? Which I'm not saying, like, Cheers isn't about the people. But, like, in the show Cheers, they use the same bar in all the different seasons. Whereas in the show The Wire, both the protagonists and the antagonists are constantly changing locations, you know? Like, they keep getting assigned different office space throughout the show as, you know, their stock rises or falls with the department. The antagonists are constantly moving around between different clubs. I think in some ways one of the most iconic locations is the one of the groups of drug dealers ends up using a funeral home as their base of operations for a few years. But I don't know that I want to build a funeral home that's a front for a drug operation on HermitCraft. And building a full-scale replica of Baltimore is probably right out. Yeah, that's too much. That's too much. Kaname Coco Pie says, what's The Wire like? So The Wire is a show about how the war on drugs and the war on terror are basically ruining America. And it's told from the point of view of both the police and the drug dealers. And it's pretty bleak in a lot of ways. But it's not a show where it's like, oh, the cops are all clearly the good guys. You know, it's a show that basically examines, like, the social forces at play that create all of these problems for everyone involved. And, like, season 1 is primarily focused just on the drug trade directly. And then the drug trade is the kind of undercurrent of all of the seasons, but, like, the second season focuses on land developers ruining the ports. The third season focuses on... Oh, I'm blanking. The 4th season is about the education system, and the 5th season is about the decline of the modern newsroom. What about a snow globe of Baltimore? Well, once again, though, like, Werewolf Kaz says, isn't The Wire a side sequel to another show? I mean, the guy who made it made Homicide: Life on the Street, but like, it's no, The Wire's its own thing. Emmett Forbush says, it reminds me of The Expanse, using a group of characters to explore a large world instead of telling a story in just one part of the world. Yeah. But a lot of the show is about poverty and how, like, people get trapped in cycles of poverty and the people that are supposed to be helping them. Some of them aren't really trying. Some of the ones that are really trying don't have the right tools to help them. It's a very nuanced show. Like, all of the characters have realistic problems with them. All of them have real flaws. Incredimike says no one's the good guy. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, like the best character in the show is still guilty of helping run an illegal wiretap at one point. Like, arguably the most lawful good character, if you were going to use D&D alignment, is Detective Sidnor. And Detective Sidnor still goes along with McNulty and Freeman's bonkers scheme in season 5. Which I don't want to spoil because it's so brilliant, but it's also super, super illegal. The cops do a lot of illegal things in the show. And even, like, the one cop who's, like, usually, like, I'm not going to get involved with this. He's just, like they're trying to take down this drug lord who had, like, murdered, like, 25 people in the last few months. And even so even like the like lawful good guy is like, I'll keep my mouth shut on this one. 3rd season was focused on politics. Oh, right. That's like local elections. That's right. Thank you. Lakshmi13 says, I haven't tried to watch it because I'm very judgmental of characters in shows and books. Yeah, I mean, if you go into it knowing that, like, maybe it wouldn't be as difficult for you. Like, but yeah. I mean, it's a show that basically answers the question of, like, when you look at the world and you're like, oh, how is this still so broken? This is a show about how this stuff happens. Like, it's really cool. I should probably check to make sure nobody's tipped lately. Cool. Just in case you decide you would like to tip, tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. We are currently 15 away from the next face camera expansion milestone. But, like, I will be honest, The Wire is a very upsetting show. Lakshmi13 says, I tried watching Breaking Bad and left it hating the world. Well, the thing about Breaking Bad is kind of a story of one guy being a jerk and how much it hurts everyone around him. And, like, Breaking Bad is like a really selfish, frustrating show to watch for that reason. Like, the thing about The Wire is because The Wire is exploring, like, social failures and societal level failures, it's about how the whole system is broken. and it's more informative, if that makes any sense. Like, I don't think that anybody can learn anything from Breaking Bad that will help them necessarily empathize better with other human beings. And, like, there's some people here who have watched The Wire. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think if you watch The Wire, regardless of where you're coming from in the first place, it will help you empathize with people whose lives are completely different from your own. Like, that's what's so great about the show, is it shows, hey, we've got all these problems here in America, and they're not getting fixed. And here's why. And here's who it's impacting. And here's how it's impacting them. Right? Like, Breaking Bad, like, you could argue, like, oh, well, it's okay. I've said that if you wanted to make a more watchable version of Breaking Bad, where the character is not just a complete jerk, the way to do it would be to have Walt get diabetes and get kicked off his insurance company kicks him off the rolls or something like that, right? And it's just him making diabetes medicine. Because diabetes medicine, like the basic version of insulin, you need some stuff from pigs. But that's about it. And so, like, the early seasons would be him and Jesse breaking into pig farms themselves. And, like, all this stuff. And you could do a whole show where he's objectively helping people by undercutting Big Pharma's crazy... Like, Big Pharma's like, well, now that we've got these modern diabetes drugs, we're going to stop producing the cheap, easy-to-make ones. And we're going to charge everybody a ton, right? So him undercutting them by basically selling the easy-to-make, old-school diabetes medicine on the streets, that would be a show that would be worth something, I think, societally. I like the show Breaking Bad, but I don't feel it teaches us anything. You know what I mean? And not every show needs to teach us anything. That's okay. That's okay. But I will say the thing about The Wire is it's really illustrative of the divides in America and can encourage people to empathize with others across those divides. And you don't get that in Breaking Bad. So NJ says, wasn't Breaking Bad an allegory about how complicated and ridiculous the medical insurance industry is? I mean, it kind of started out that way, but it went off the rails really fast because the main character kept having he had a friend that he started a company with, and the friend basically boxed him out when the company was young. And the friend was like, hey, I feel bad about boxing you out of the company, a few decades ago. I'll just pay for all your health insurance stuff. And the main character's like, no, I'm too proud. I'm too angry at you still. But, the main character could have avoided all of the, hiring Nazis to help him run a meth lab and stuff that he did later in the show, right? But, Lakshmi13 says, the only movie I left in the middle of is Training Day. I haven't heard of that, so I don't know. But Lakshmi13 says, it left me hating the world too. Is it like that? So that's the thing, is I don't think that The Wire will leave you hating the world. I think The Wire will leave you, at least it left me, more open, more it shows all these ways that the systems are flawed and broken, but it left me with a greater understanding and excitement for the people who those systems have failed, whose lives are unlike mine. Right? It's one of those things where it really shows how people born into poverty, don't have what they need to break those cycles in a really illustrative way. And it shows just a lot of things like that. I feel like it's... I don't know. I'm sorry if I'm going on about this. But it left me with a much better understanding too of how like some of the problems that the Patriot Act and like the retooling of the FBI caused for local police departments, like the show does a really good job too. Like the cops are not heroes in the show. Like some of them are working harder than others, but it definitely helps you see like how police departments get to a point where they can't function effectively because of like the sorts of people that get promoted and why they get promoted. And like, because when I was a kid, I thought it would be like maybe interesting to be a detective, because it's like, okay, I'm relatively intelligent, I like solving puzzles, and my parents were like, and specifically my dad was like, Joe, you cannot be a cop. I'm like, why not? And he's like, you're gonna get yourself killed. And I'm like, what do you mean? I like you know, and it, you know, like any, you know, like I'm thinking about joining the military, and that's not your first reservation about me joining the military, but I'm thinking about becoming a cop, and your first concern is, I'm going to get killed. What's up with that? And he's like, well, because cops need to take a certain amount of money from organized crime to not get killed by whoever's in charge locally, and you're not going to do that. You're going to try and turn that person in, or take them to court, or arrest them, and then you're going to get killed by the mob. Like, at least in the military, you have a chance because everybody's shooting automatic weapons at each other. But no, some guy's going to walk up to you with an envelope full of money, and you're going to say, what the heck is this? And then you will be dead when you turn it down. You cannot be a cop. And so, and I was like, I don't know. I was pretty dubious. I was like, I'm pretty sure that's not really how it works. And then I'm watching The Wire, and it's like, okay, my dad was simplifying some things, but yeah, I I could see how somebody like me would get buried in a police department. You don't, like, the opportunities don't go to people who respond to situations that way, right? So yeah. NJ says, was your dad wrong though? No, but that's what I'm saying is I didn't really I didn't understand exactly where he was coming from until I watched The Wire. And then I was like, oh, okay. Because, like, I see how... I'm like, that's kind of... I felt like it's like, I don't know, that's kind of a cartoonishly simplified version. Like, I didn't feel like... I don't know. I didn't really trust what he was saying entirely. You know, I didn't go become a cop or anything. But, like, I was like, I don't know about that, Dad. But then I'm watching The Wire, and I'm like, okay, I see how this would actually have worked. And he was close enough with that advice. He was close enough to that advice. So... Are we going to put the trash bags at Twinkly Trash? Yep, that's what we've been doing. Hey, we got a tip rolling in from Amanda for 20, who says, catching a stream for the first time in a while. Hope you're doing well. So I am. Thank you very much. That's actually going to get us $5 past our next face camera expansion milestone. So here we go. Expand Joe. Do. Yay. So we're actually coming up on 10:30. Let's go ahead and do last call for tips. Tips are welcome via paypal.me/JoeHills and YouTube Super Chat. We're going to keep playing for a little bit. We got to move this beacon over. We got to do a little bit more digging. But I do have plans at 11 that I got to go get ready for at some point. Do not throw away. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, wait. I always forget. I should remove these from the bottom so that the haste keeps working longer. But yeah. Like, The Wire does a really good job of illustrating how people who mean well have a hard time inside the police structure, and cops who don't care about meaning well can get promoted easier and stuff like that. And it really kind of shows how the city council, the mayor, all this stuff, there's all these interplaying dynamics. And so the way The Wire is written as a show, it starts in season 1 just focused on a small group of police and a small group of drug dealers. And every season, the show kind of zooms out a little bit, and you see more of the city, and you see how it's interacting. And so, Season 1 focuses on West Baltimore, Season 2 focuses on East Baltimore, and then Season 3 starts really kind of showing how everything fits together. And then Season 4 and 5 show kind of further and further out how it all interacts. And it's a really cool, well-written show. The characters are incredibly well-written, believable, and nuanced. The setting is amazing because the guy who made the show lived and worked in Baltimore as a reporter for years, so he knew the city. Really, really just a great show, top to bottom. Okay. So we're going to grab this beacon here. Why is the beam still there? Seems like a bit of a visual glitch, right? Okay, 64, 64, and 36. Is that all of them? Huh. Not sure what to do about that beam. Will this fix it? No. Well, I don't know. Hashtag... meh. Beacon magic. Okay, so we want to set the beacon up here-ish. Bum, bum, bum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, we probably want it, well, 25 away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can go further this way, I think. Yeah, because these are about 17. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No such thing as an accidental slime farm on the HermitCraft server. Asuma logs in once a night and looks at where hermits have dug and makes sure that they're all slime chunks no matter what. Only intentional slime farms here on HermitCraft. I guess I can go there, that's fine, so we're not going to remove it, but... yeah, that's not helpful, though. Or is it? Yeah, that's okay, actually. Now looking for it. And I didn't bring anything to start the beacon with. Did I have something in here? Nope. Of course not. That would be handy if I did. I guess I could technically turn one of these into... haste and haste 2. Okay. Actually, you can go ahead and grab... let's grab all those here. I should have left the logs there, actually. Yeah, let's swap the logs for those and then move stuff around. Okay, so then we'll grab these as well. Put those there for now. Grab those and those. Blocks of coal. There's a bin near iBuy, Pearl says I haven't found yet. Oh, don't worry. I've got plenty more here. Okay. So let's grab the pre-made... oh, actually, no, before we do that, let's grab these raw ones and condense them down. We'll leave the gold for right now. Let's put the coal back in here for now, too. Put the raw ones in here. Grab the finished ones out for right now. We'll put that there, put that there, that there, and that there. Great, then we'll go move these to the back box. Okay. Up through the conduit, ho ho ho, dun 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 do. Okay. Anybody need any raw ores? Roars. Should probably put the lapis in a separate box at this point. Yeah. So let's grab 2 of these and 6 of these, and we can make a barrel here. One barrel. And we can put this here. And move all those into there. Turns out we're mining a lot of resources this season. Who knew? Oh, dang it. There was some blocks here we missed, huh? I mean, it's fine. It's not that many. Okay. Okay, so then we can grab the logs out of here. Okay. Gemini Tay! Howdy, Jim! Gemini, Gemini, welcome to the stream. Okay. Ghost beacon, always running. La da 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 da. Okay, we're gonna wrap up the stream shortly. We got the beacon moved. Probably not worth making a trash run because we don't have enough those chests filled. But don't worry, we'll fill up another 16 between now and Pearl's next pickup, at least. We'll want to move that workbench there over. Okay, so this is almost all the way over. Yeah, so we can just go like that. Can't quite reach those. That's fine. Okay. Let's toss some more of these in. Rustic Tone says, what is Pearl doing with all the trash? Whatever she was planning to do, I think I've made it very inconvenient for her. My hope is that I provided Pearl enough trash that she's going to have to do some sort of massive redstone collab with somebody to, like, sort through all the shulker boxes. It is truly an inconveniently large... Like, I think I've probably given Pearl, like, no joke, like 70 shulker boxes or more worth of stuff. And, like, the thing is, it's legitimately, like, usable stuff that people might want for builds in the future. Lachlan Blair says, how many HermitCraft seasons do you think there's to come in the future? Well, we usually do 4 a year. Winter, spring, summer, and fall. And there's going to be a lot of years, assuming that we continue orbiting the sun. So 4 times as many of those as you think there's going to be probably is about safe. I do still have a lot of junk I need to put away. That's true. Okay. Who organizes the HermitCraft seasons? Well, like I said, we basically just, solstice, equinox, solstice, equinox. So we just, try to be in tune with nature. Let's go ahead and grab these blocks too real quick before they despawn. Greetings and salutations, Robert. Yep, this is indeed a relatively monotonous canvas. But, that's the thing, is usually you want to start with a canvas that's blank. So, we're making progress. We still got to get that one side there. We got to put in some more cross beams. And we got to get back to work on the pixel art on the outside of the machine. But it's coming along. Okay. Well, we did last call for tips about 15 minutes ago. And one just rolled in now. I was going to say, and since nothing's coming, it's time to wrap up. But wow, this is why we give it some time. Our last tip of the morning just rolled in from Samuel for 5, putting us 10 away from the next Face Camera expansion. Thank you again, Samuel, for that. We appreciate you supporting the arts and my show in particular. It is time to wrap up this stream because I've got a call at 11 I've got to go get ready for. So let's go ahead and see which of the other... I think that Gem is probably streaming. Nope, Gem is not streaming. Pearl is, though, so we're going to go ahead and raid Pearl. Let me make sure this is muted. So, /raid Pearlescent Moon. Pearl is about to fight Gem. /raid Pearlescent Moon. If I want to yell howdy y'all Joe Hills raid here, I could fly over there real quick, too. Let's see. I see where they are. They're over at the stew cruise thing. Gemini Tay was slain by Pearlescent Moon. Uh-oh. I'm racing. So once you click the raid thing, there's like a timer that starts. So I'm racing the raid timer to run over there and scream howdy y'all Joe Hills raid here. What an upset. Wish my streams didn't break all the time. I have no idea what's wrong with Twitch, but... Okay, so she's still over by... the piranha plant. Okay, there's the piranha plant there. And it looks like the raid's about to go through, even though I haven't made it quite there yet.
All right.
Howdy, y'all. Joe Hills
right
right here. Bye.
Oh. Hi.